History often celebrates kings, warriors, and conquerors. But sometimes, the greatest strength in history belongs to someone who never held a sword. Her name was Esther. She was not born into power. She was not raised in royalty. She was an orphan. Raised by her cousin Mordecai, she lived quietly among the Jewish exiles in Persia. Yet somehow, this ordinary woman would become the key to saving an entire nation. But Esther's real strength was not beauty. It was courage, wisdom, patience, and divine timing. After Queen Vashti was removed, King Ahasuerus searched the empire for a new queen, among hundreds of women brought to the palace. Esther was chosen. But here is the hidden tension in the story. Even though she was queen, she still had no real power. Her identity as a Jew remained hidden, following Mordecai's advice. Esther was sitting in a palace, but living with a secret. The villain of the story was Haman. After rising to power, he demanded that everyone bow before him. Everyone did, except Mordecai. Humiliated and enraged, Haman decided not only to punish Mordecai, he plotted to destroy every Jew in the Persian Empire. A royal decree was issued across 127 provinces. Men, women, children, all were marked for destruction. The entire Jewish nation stood on the edge of annihilation, and the only person positioned to stop it was Esther. Mordecai sent a message to Esther that would echo through history. Who knows whether you have come to the kingdom for such a time as this? Esther 4:14. But speaking to the king was not simple. In Persian law, approaching the king without invitation meant death. Esther was facing a terrifying choice: stay silent or risk everything. Her response revealed her true strength. If I perish, I perish. Esther 4:16. Before acting, she asked the entire Jewish community to fast for 3 days. After 3 days of fasting, Esther walked into the throne room uninvited. The entire court must have held its breath. Would the king order her execution? Instead, the king extended the golden scepter, a sign she was welcomed. But Esther did something surprising. She did not immediately expose the plot. Instead, she invited the king and Haman to a banquet, then another banquet. Why? Because Esther understood a powerful truth. Timing is a form of wisdom. Her patience allowed events to unfold that would ultimately expose Haman's evil plan. At the second banquet, Esther finally revealed the truth. She was Jewish, and Haman was planning to destroy her people. The king was furious. In a dramatic twist of justice, Haman was executed on the very gallows he built for Mordecai. The decree against the Jews was overturned. The nation was saved, and a new celebration was born: the Jewish festival of Purim. The real power of Esther's story lies in 4 hidden strengths. 1. The strength of identity. Esther hid her identity for a season, but when the moment came, she embraced it boldly. Lesson: never be ashamed of who you are. Your identity may become the key to someone else's salvation. 2. The strength of preparation. Before acting, Esther fasted and prayed. She understood that spiritual preparation precedes great victories. Lesson: courage without preparation becomes recklessness. 3. The strength of strategy. Esther didn't rush. She waited. She planned. She chose the right moment. Lesson: wisdom is not only what you say, it is when you say it. 4. The strength of divine positioning. One of the most fascinating things about Esther's story is this: the name God never appears once in the book. Yet his fingerprints are everywhere. Coincidences happen at the perfect time. Doors open at the right moment. Enemies fall into their own traps. Lesson: even when God seems silent, he is still working behind the scenes. Esther's story teaches us something profound. Strength does not always look like power. Sometimes strength looks like quiet courage, patient strategy, hidden faith, and the willingness to stand up when it matters most. Because sometimes, You are exactly where you are meant to be, for such a time as this.